Greetings out there in YouTube land. This is Morris, man. And as always, I thank you guys for coming to my channel. I guess I'm going to entitle this, Please Do Not Do This. Now, the people that really follow my channel, they know my pet peeve. And my pet peeve is when people just don't pay attention. And there's some things you really have to pay attention to, you know. And my father was real stuck on that. You know? And it's like, you don't want to deal with my daddy if you're showing up not prepared, because he's going to chew you a new one, you know. So this is the story. I was up late last night working on projects. So then, you know, because my schedule's not regular normal. I'm up all night. I'm sleeping parts of the day. So I was up all night working on projects. Then I went, because I had to get up to this morning, first thing, 8 o'clock, after only going to bed at about 4 o'clock, because I had to get up and run some errands. You know, I got my COVID-19 booster shot today. You know, get your shots, you know. It ain't over. You know, there's a surge all over the country still. You know, it's up and down. And one reason why it's up and down, because people won't take this serious and say, let me buckle down, get my shots, keep my distance, and it will slowly go away. And still, after 6 months, after, you know, it's over and I'm taking my mask off, it ain't over. They just don't do that much news coverage on it anymore, because, like, how many times did you get to be told, put your mask on, say 6 feet away, and get your shots? Instead of you throwing parties, you know, next door throwing parties with nobody, with wearing masks. It's like, it ain't over yet. But anyway, sorry for that rant. So I got up this morning, or this afternoon, check my email, which is what I always do. I check my email several times a day. Check the junk mail, check the email. So I get a PayPal payment, and it was for $106. I said, okay. And when you open it up, you see, you know, your name, how much is being sent to you from this person name up on top, and then also the amount. And, you know, in the message box, nothing. And you know how many times I got to tell people, please put your information in that message box. Please do that. You know, so there was no message in there as far as what is this for. You know, there was an address, but I'm like, I don't know what it's for. And what I do for every single person that sends me a donation or, you know, a patron, I send them a thank you, regardless of how large or small the amount is, because I want you to know I appreciate what you send me. It's just the right thing to do. So I emailed this person, because I went into PayPal, and thank God they did have his email address. And I said, I received the funds. I'm not quite sure if it's for product or for donation. Thank you. So that was my way of letting this person know, what is this for? You know, because I don't want to assume this or assume that. So then I sent that. Then about 20 minutes later, I get an open case. Like, huh? Not well. How was it put? Oh, this was sent accidentally, which is fine. It's like, well, just send me an email, say, Morris, man, I just accidentally sent you this money. I'll send it right back. Instead, a case got open. It said, item is not described. I'm like, what item? You know, it's like, I kind of took offense to that, because I'm like, I just got drawn into something that I should have been drawn into, and I didn't do anything to get a case open. Just communicate, dude. Just send me an email and say, hey, man, I just accidentally, because apparently I'm in his thing, you know, as far as people that you've paid before. And that's the only way that I can think about, how did you get my name and send me money? Because as you guys know who does PayPal, there's like layers to prevent you accidentally sending somebody the wrong money. At least 3 of them. So apparently this person heard it over all 3 of these. Because, I mean, the fact that once they're about to ask you, you sure you want to send this? My name is here. And it's like, well, if you're not sending it to me, shouldn't that be a red flag? Well, wait a minute. I didn't mean to send this to Morris, man. I meant to send this to Mark Johnson. You know, so it's like there was no attention to detail when this money was sent. You know, and like I said, I'm not trying to put a negative spin on this video. I'm just telling you guys, please pay attention, especially when you're dealing with money. You know, make sure that the person you send it to is the person that's in here. Because like I told you, there are at least 3 hurdles that will stop that. Are you sure you want to send this? Look it over first. Yeah, just send it. Please pay attention, because how was that even done? Because I asked my wife, I said, out of all these years you've done PayPal, have you ever accidentally sent money to anybody? She's like, no, neither have I. The only thing closest to that was, and I learned the lesson because I didn't know, somebody was selling something that I was going to buy. And once I said, yeah, I buy this, they sent me through the email PayPal bill. And I was like, that's kind of odd, because normally I go to the site and, put my $10. Long story short, when they do that, and I don't encourage anybody to do, allow this. When they do that, it's being sent. The bill is more or less of what they call it. I'm sending it to a friend as opposed to a business or organization. And the difference between the two, if you send it to a friend, it's considered a gift. You ain't getting your money back. And the thing that the guy sold me was some bootleg garbage. So I contacted PayPal, and they said, oh, well, unfortunately, you went through friend. You didn't go through business, because if it was business, we can get your money back. You can open the case. But the guy said, I'm going to go ahead and give me your money because you just didn't know. I'm like, thank you, because now I know. Anybody send you that garbage through their email to pay, tell them, no, I'm going to the site and I'm going to go through business and I'm going to pay for your goods or services there. Because, again, if you go and check friend, you're not getting your money back because that's considered a gift. So there were a lot of, again, barriers to stop you from accidentally sending that kind of money or any kind of money to anybody. And again, like I said, he opened up a case, and I sent him an email. I said, because I sent him an email saying, is this a gift or is this for product? Because if it is, what is the product you want? So once I sent him that, he sent me back an email saying, oh, I accidentally sent that money. You should have been somebody else. Not a problem. I'll send it back to you. And I look up, and a case was open, because apparently I triggered the fact that he now realizes he sent it to me to somebody else. When I woke up and I seen that, sent him that email. And then here's the other thing. Whenever you pay anybody, PayPal sends you an email letting you know how much you paid and who you paid. So he just ignored all of that. Because once he got that email, because they sent it within like 5 minutes, you check it. You open it up, say, okay, yeah, this is what I sent for somebody. Apparently, he didn't even check it. And it's like, come on, man. We grown men here. We're not kids fumbling through the process for something on the internet. And again, I don't want to come off as I'm ratting people hard. It's just, this is real simple. Pay attention. Please pay attention. So I say, of course, I'll send you the money back. But back then, when he opened up the case, it changed, because now what PayPal had did, and this is their process, they hold the money. Because when I went, I'm like, where's the $100? And then I thought about it, said, they holding it. And when they hold it, I have no control over sending it back. So I emailed him. I said, I was in the process of sending your money back, but I realized that PayPal put a hold on it. So therefore, I can't touch it. PayPal has to release that money, because now technically it's no longer in my account. And I said, since the fact that you opened up a case, which was not good on your part to do, communicate before you do that, because that's the last alternative. And again, I took offense, because I'm like, now it looks like it's being written up like he sent me the money for something that I was supposed to send him for the money, and I reneged because it said item is not as described. What item? We're not dealing with no items. We're dealing with a guy that ain't paying attention, made a mistake, and now they want to make it look like I'm the one that's the bad guy and holding the money, which I'm not holding the money, because PayPal had a hold on it. So it was escalated to a claim. And then that's where they allowed me to refund this money, which I did. And I said in the message box, please, in the future, pay attention. This ain't no joke. And don't rush this. Make sure that the money you sending is to the person you trying to send it to. Because like I told you guys, I get a ton of this. People send me money, and in the message box ain't shit in there. And then sometimes when I try to go in and get the email off PayPal, the email is not provided. So I'm like, this is exactly what's going to happen here. This is exactly what's going to happen. I can't do nothing because I can't contact you. I can't interact to get this resolved. I don't have your email address. So now I got to literally sit and wait. And sometimes this could take up to a week or two. That, until you realize, hey, I didn't get my item that I sent the money for. And then, they make some type of effort to contact me and say, I didn't get my item. I said, I don't have your address. I have your email or your shipping address. So please, today, everybody that's watching this video that not 100% sure, because I don't know why PayPal even allow this. When you set up an account, it should be mandatory to fill in certain fields to say, okay, well, we need your address, dude. We need that. We need your email address here, as opposed to, and maybe these people coming in as guests, I don't know, but as opposed to you buy something, send the money, and then you don't have none of this information when you send the money, as far as your shipping address, your full name, your email. Because I'm waiting on a few people right now to get their address, because I'm like, please utilize that box, before you send the money, because it even tells you when you preparing to send money, it says, what is this payment for? And there's a box. Tell us what it's for. Put your address in there. Put your email in there. Put something in there. Still, it comes to me, it's empty. And I got to literally wait. And now I'm being looked upon as the bad guy. Well, see, Morris Man sitting on my money. No, Morris Man not. When you pay me for something, like say for instance, a product that I had to ship, it goes out the very next day. The latest is the second day. There's no third or fourth or fifth day, okay? And when it comes to download, you get that within 24 hours, not a week later. Because I've had a few people, I sent money for a download about 2 months ago. You should have contacted me 2 days later, not 2 months. And then come to find out they never sent it. It never got to me. They actually apparently sent it to somebody else. And as far as my PayPal information, just cut and paste it. When I put it down there, cut and paste it. Don't try to retype it back into the box. And if you off by a character or a decimal or whatever, it's not coming to me. I've had people do that, or I accidentally cut and paste it, man. And that's one thing when I was in corporate America. One of the first things that I kind of learned that was extremely useful, whether it's in my business world or my personal, cut and paste that sucker. Because I ain't no typist. I type good enough just to do what I needed to do within my corporate job, but I'm not none of that, So I'm like, cut and paste that sucker. Cool. It's exactly the way it is, because I didn't try to type it or do it. None of that, And am I going to share that story? No, I ain't going to share that story. But anyway, the purpose of this video is please pay attention. Double check your stuff before you send it. Because I'm still baffled how that got through to me. I mean, apparently my name is different from the name that you were sending it to. And you had an opportunity to see that at least 3 times within that transaction before you did it. And then after you did it, that email comes to confirm you sent $106 to this dude. Got to read that. Got to make sure that it's accurate to what you were trying to do. So, I'm not trying to give nobody a hard time, but please pay attention, especially when it comes to money. Double check it, triple check it. Let somebody else check it if you're not sure, and then send it, But like I told you, I was a little offended by that, because I'm like, I had nothing to do with this. Somebody accidentally sent me the wrong money. And then it gets written up as a case like I'm holding off on the product and I'm not going to give you your product, or it's not as described nonsense, because that was nonsense. It's like that was done extremely poor judgment. Extremely, it's like, pay attention, dude. Use that message box. Before, after you guys watch this video, even the ones that almost 100%, check it anyway. Go to PayPal right now and say, okay, let me make sure my name is in here, my shipping address, and then my email. Because if that's already in there, you don't have to do nothing else. You just send the money, and they will automatically put that information in the email that you're sending to the person you're sending money to. That's automatic. You do it one time, and you're done. Still, every time you send something, you got to put their name in there, and you got to put it in. Stop that nonsense. Don't work hard, work smart. So again, I'm not trying to get nobody tongue lashing, but I've done a lot of these videos. Just simply put your information in that box. That's it. If you got any questions before doing that, Leave a comment on the video and the product you trying to purchase. Say, well, Morris, man, let me just make sure, blah, 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 blah. Yeah, everything's cool, man. All systems go. Okay, cool. Instead of accidentally typing in the wrong email address, not putting your information in the box, sending out or opening up false cases. It's not as described. What's not as described? So please pay attention. Like I told you guys, that's one of my pet peeves when people don't pay attention. Now, I'm not expecting nobody to be 100% accurate all the time. Now, I'm not that, but I'm very close to that because I pay attention, take my time, double check it. If I need a second pair of eyes on it, I show it to my wife. Does this look right? Yeah, it looks good. Okay, thanks. But please utilize that PayPal box. Put that information in the box. Even better so, go into your account, put that information in the account, and again, PayPal will automatically put that information in the sale when they send it to the buyer seller. Yeah, that I'm purchasing something. Here's my full legal name, my address, here's my apartment number, all that. Because I had one guitar sent back to me because it simply didn't have the apartment address. And I said to myself, I really didn't want to sell that guitar in the first place. And when I thought about it, I'm like, that one's extremely rare, and it was grossly undersold. I sent that dude his money back. I'm like, thanks for your error, man, because now I'm keeping this. I'm not going to make that mistake again, Put all that information in there, really. Double check it. Make sure it's going to where it's supposed to go and for what you're paying for, So until next time, take care and thanks for watching.